All right, guys. Well, it has been a month since The Last Jedi has been out, and this is kind of my month later reaction, coping video on The Last Jedi. Uh, First things first, all films subjective. Everybody, certain things that work for some people, those same things don't work for somebody else. These are solely just my opinions. I don't hate Disney. I don't hate Ron Johnson. I don't hate any of the people involved with this movie. Um, I am going to make some points and give some opinions on how I feel about the movie and some things I was disappointed with and some decisions made that I did not agree with that they made. But it's just solely a discussion video. I'm not trying to hate on them. And if you like the movie, hey, great for you. I'm glad you like it. I wish I liked it, but truth be told, I just really don't. First things first, I watched the video last night, and I'll leave the link in the description. And it was called All 50 Plus Times Mark Hamill Tried to Warn Us About The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Watching that and just seeing the look on his face during a lot of the interviews that he gave, a lot of things he said, despite the tweets he put out there, he just seems like he's being real professional, which I understand. He's not wanting to burn any bridges or anything, and so I mean I can understand that. But to anyone who thinks that he liked this movie, I just see right through him, and I just don't think he does. He might say that, but deep down, I don't think he does, and I think he kind of made that pretty clear for the most part. First things first, also the political agenda undertones, overtones of the movie. I just don't think they have any place in Star Wars movies. Kathleen Kennedy walking around, the Force is female, the animal abuse, slavery, white rich men are bad, aspects in the film I think are just ridiculous and have no place in a Star Wars film. These films to me are supposed to take us away from the political aspects of the real world, and they're supposed to be fun and enjoyable, and adventure, sci-fi adventure movies, to kind of pull us out of the reality of today's times, and and for fun. Just a couple. I'm gonna run through some quick points. I'm gonna try to make this video short. No Knights of Ren in it. Why they set them up, talked about them in the Force Awakens when there was just nothing about them in this one, doesn't make any sense to me. Supreme Leader Snoke, you set up a mystery there with him. You set up a mystery about who Rey is, where she comes from. You set up the mystery of how Maz got Luke's lightsaber, and then basically just said it doesn't matter. I mean, you set that mysteries up of those things in The Force Awakens, and then you just trash it in this film. Like, hey, none of those things matter. I know we set those mysteries up, to where it gave the audience all these questions, and then, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're just not even going to answer them. Rey's a nobody. Snoke's a nobody. Who cares? It just... it makes no sense to me why they chose to do that. Holdo, saw no point in her character. You could have easily put Akbar in her place and given him the sacrificial death. I thought it would have been way more powerful of a scene had it been Akbar that would have been in there. I see no point in the Holdo character other than female girl power. Again, just my opinion. Nothing against women. I like all women. I'm not gay by any means, but Phasma's death, that was another thing. They set Phasma up, and it was just another pointless character. Um, and also, when did can anyone tell me when Finn learned to fly? In The Force Awakens, Finn needed a pilot to escape the First Order. He was on Jakku. He needed a pilot to get out of there. And then he gets chopped down by Kylo Ren, wakes up, goes on a pointless mission to Canto Bight, comes back, goes down to the planet's surface, and now he's a pilot and he can pilot a ship. Makes no sense to me at all. I mean, and to me, a Star Wars fan who I'm probably going to nitpick a lot of this stuff, probably more than the average moviegoer. So, just bear with me on the nitpickings of this. But let's see, what else? What was the point of Luke's map? Why did he leave that behind if he just was going to die? I mean, if he was going to die, why'd he have to go search out for the first Jedi temple? If he was just going there to die. I mean, if he was wanting to go somewhere to die, he could have went to the Sarlacc pit on Tatooine and jumped in there. It doesn't make any sense to me why he would do that. But I'll hit some more on some of Luke's character in this movie here in a minute. Let's see. How did Maz get Luke's lightsaber? I think I mentioned that. Rose stopping Finn from, basically killing himself to save the Resistance. She ended up saving him one life, but could have put the entire what was left of the Resistance in danger. So why she would do that, I don't know. I mean, I guess she loves a guy that she just met, which doesn't make any sense to me also. But the cow scene with Luke milking the cow, stupid. They could have pulled that out. I just thought that was just something else stupid. I have seen this movie 2 more times since my first initial reaction to it, because I really wanted to like the movie. I liked it a little bit more the second time when I pretty much checked my expectations at the door. I tried to just enjoy it for what it was, and for the most part, I did. I went and saw it a third time, and it pissed me off all over again. So, it is what it is. No lightsaber duel in this movie. There's been a lightsaber duel in every single Star Wars movie. Well, minus Rogue One. We did get to see Vader, whoop up on some rebels in that, which was awesome. Still, to me, it's probably one of the best scenes out of any of the Star Wars movies ever. Love that scene in that movie. No iconic. I have a bad feeling about this. I know apparently BB-8 was the one that said it to Poe at the beginning of the movie, but it wasn't actually said. He beeped it, and then Leia kind of said, I kind of agree with the droid on this. So it was in there, but just not the way it's been before. Now, the biggest part to me was Luke's character. I mean, what did they do to him? I agree, not even kind of, on anything they did with him. He had no hero's goodbye. I mean, Captain Kirk, when he came back in Generations, had a better sending off than Luke did in this. So, and that's the thing that gets me the most is Luke Skywalker, my childhood hero growing up. They basically just took a big turd on him, and I just thought it was disrespectful to the character. Again, Carrie Fisher's dead. Luke's dead, according to what happens at the end of The Last Jedi. Han's dead. So we got Chewie, R2, and 3PO left of the original cast. So we will never see the original characters from the Star Wars movies together ever again. And I think Disney missed a huge opportunity there. And Mark Hamill's even said that in some of his interviews, and I 100% agree with him. I was talking to one of my best friends, Eddie, last night, and uh, one of the things Mark said in an interview was after the premiere of The Force Awakens, he whispered in George Lucas's ear, "It'll never be the same again," and he couldn't be more right. I mean, they just missed such a huge opportunity here to introduce new characters while still giving a good send off to the original characters. I mean, I guess you could say their send off was at the end of Return of the Jedi, but if it was, why even bring them back? Why bring them back at all? I mean, if I would have known that they were going to do this, I would have preferred them not to even be in it. You know, if Disney wants to focus on new characters and stuff, don't even have any of the original cast in it. And don't have them in it at all. But anyways, that was the biggest thing for me was what they did with Luke's character. Some of the things I liked about it, I thought it was well produced. The visual effects were awesome. The practical effects were awesome. Some of the shallow shock tactics that were in the movie, you know, was just stupid. But I really feel like I'm not really invested in the characters moving forward now. I'm not really all that excited about episode 9. Honestly, I could care less if I saw it, because I'm just not invested. And the thing is, the way the last Jedi ended up putting things is, I feel like I could have the rug pulled out underneath me about anything and everything in the movie. It's like, hey, anything goes. Don't expect anything that we set up in mysteries or whatever to get the audience wondering and to advance the story. No, they could just be pulled out and tossed aside. I'm not invested in it, and honestly, I just don't have a whole lot of faith in them moving forward in these movies. But it was just real disrespectful to me, to what they did with Luke's character, and that's the biggest thing for me on why I just really did not like this movie. But anyways, let me get y'all's thoughts. You guys feel different about it a month later? Do you pretty much feel the same? I'm just curious to know if I'm the only one that pretty much is just done with this, or if anyone else is excited about Star Wars moving forward with Kathleen Kennedy and the whole Disney team over there. Anyways, take care. Thanks. Bye.